15,000 crore rupees. Let that massive number sink in for just a second. I mean, we're talking about a scale of investment that literally redraws the map of global technology. Right now, there is an absolute tectonic shift happening in how the world processes information. And one of the largest single pieces of that giant global puzzle, well, it just landed right here in India. Welcome to The Explainer. I am super thrilled to guide you through this today, because we're looking at something way, way bigger than just your standard corporate contract. We're breaking down this massive new mega deal between the infrastructure giant L&T and AI titan Nvidia. Listen, this isn't just about computers anymore. This is about the physical, literal construction of the next industrial revolution. So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, the global AI vision. Then, we'll go inside the Chennai mega project. After that, we'll tackle building sovereign AI infrastructure. And finally, looking ahead to Cypher 2026. Let's kick things off with part 1, the global AI vision, focusing on worldwide infrastructure. You really have to listen to this incredible perspective from Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang. He spent the whole year completely reframing how we think about computing. Get this, he actually calls electricity the raw material of intelligence. Let that sit with you for a second. Electricity isn't just, power to keep the lights on or run your fridge anymore. It's becoming the fundamental ingredient being actively converted into digital tokens. He literally views it as a brand new global commodity. And that brings us to a huge paradigm shift. We're actually moving away from the old, boring term data center. What we're talking about now are AI factories. Think about it like this. Just like traditional factories used to take raw materials like steel and turn them into cars, these new industrial plants take electricity and convert it directly into artificial intelligence. It's a total game changer in how global physical infrastructure is being imagined and built. So you're probably wondering, who is footing the bill for all these new factories? Well, Nvidia has mobilized a staggering $500 billion, yes, that's $500 billion AI infrastructure financing push on Wall Street, teaming up with heavyweights like BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, KKR, Apollo, and Brookfield. But alongside this flood of private capital, we're also seeing localized government-backed initiatives popping up. Take Japan's Frontier project, for example, which is built with the Japanese government to serve as the physical core for robotics and digital twins. Basically, massive global finance is translating directly into concrete, localized infrastructure everywhere. All right, moving into Section 2, inside the Chennai mega project and L&T's new AI facility. So L&T's AI infrastructure unit, Vioma.ai, through its subsidiary LTN Compute, just secured India's largest single cluster AI infrastructure order. Valued somewhere between 10,000 and 15,000 crore rupees, this Chennai campus is an absolute beast. It's a gigawatt-scale site. Phase 1 alone is designed for 250 megawatts of capacity with 150 megavolt amperes of power infrastructure readiness. To put that into perspective, 250 megawatts, that's enough to power a medium-sized city, and it's all going into one single facility. Inside, they're packing it with 10,000 state-of-the-art Nvidia B300 GPUs. The scale of this factory it's truly breathtaking. But what are those 10,000 GPUs actually going to do? Well, the primary utility here is for a US-based client, the AI cloud platform Together AI. The life cycle happening inside this Chennai factory is pretty fascinating. Step 1, it'll host Together AI's massive cloud platform. Step 2, it's going to actively train large-scale AI models. And Step 3, it handles all the heavy lifting of AI inference and fine-tuning workloads. It's literally a full-cycle intelligence production line. And the crazy part is, L&T isn't just handing over the keys to an empty building and walking away. No, they're stepping up to provide a comprehensive, full-stack service. Way beyond just the physical space and the cooling systems, they're delivering high-performance computing, networking, massive storage solutions, and the actual day-to-day AI operations. This is a massive milestone. It marks L&T's definitive entry into the large-scale AI infrastructure business. Now, the market obviously reacted to this major shift in L&T's portfolio. Right after the news of this mega order dropped, L&T's shares climbed roughly 1 to 2%, trading right around the 434 rupee mark. It was a very clear, immediate financial thumbs up to the company successfully capturing such a massive piece of the global AI build-out. This brings us to Section 3, building sovereign AI infrastructure, and the strategic shift behind it all. So why does this specific project matter so much to India's broader strategic positioning? Well, L&T chairman S.N. Subramanian hit the nail on the head, describing this whole build-out as laying secure, scalable, and sovereign infrastructure. You see, this deal actually builds on a broader partnership L&T struck with Nvidia earlier this year under the India AI mission. The goal isn't just basic computing power. We're talking about sovereign computing power, specifically designed to supercharge vital domestic sectors. Think manufacturing, energy, financial services, healthcare, and public services. It's absolutely crucial. The core takeaway here is crystal clear. Wall Street money is translating into actual, physical construction contracts right in India. By landing the country's largest single AI cluster order for a U.S. customer, India is making a massive statement. The ambition has totally shifted. India isn't just looking to host one large, isolated tech cluster anymore. It is actively transforming into a genuine, central hub for hosting global AI workloads. Finally, Section 4, looking ahead to Cypher 2026 and the human ecosystem. With all this incredible physical infrastructure being laid down, the human ecosystem in India is also accelerating at breakneck speed. As the hardware scales up, so do the massive gatherings of the brilliant minds driving it all. IBM is presenting Cypher 2026, officially India's biggest AI summit and expo. You'll definitely want to mark your calendars for this one. It's happening in October of this year at the KTPO in Bengaluru. Honestly, if you want to see the human side of this massive AI factory build-out, this is exactly where it all converges. Just consider the absolute caliber of the minds gathering for this. Out of more than 500 speakers, the roster includes incredible thinkers like Naval Ravikant, the brilliantly strategic Indian chess grandmaster Arjun Erigaisi, and Vatsal, just to name a few. It really highlights the rich, multidisciplinary list of tech leaders, strategists, and innovators that are being drawn like a magnet to India's expanding AI ecosystem. So, we've seen the vision, we've looked at the massive investments, and we know about the incredible minds gathering. But I want to leave you with one final, highly crucial question to ponder. We know Vyoma's Chennai campus is built for gigawatt-scale expansion, but the real number to watch, that's utilization. Will Chennai's initial 250-megawatt Phase 1 fill up fast enough to actually justify building out the rest of that massive gigawatt capacity? That speed of adoption will be the ultimate defining feature of whether India truly becomes the infrastructure hub of the new AI world. Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep your eyes on just how fast these factories fill up.